How to use Build a Graphic in PowerPoint. This video is going to show you how to use the Build a Graphic add-in with PowerPoint and explain to you what you need to know to be able to work with it. So firstly, to insert the add-in, we need to go to the add-in button on the Home tab. Click on that, and if we type in Build, you'll see the Build a Graphic add-in there. If your add-in button says that add-ins are disabled, you may need to have a check with IT and see if you can get them enabled to add this add-in. So mine is already added, so it's sitting here on the Home tab, Build a Graphic, and when we click on that, it will open up this sidebar for us. I have a paid account, so you can see that I'm logged in here, it's my initials. But the beauty of Build a Graphic is that you can come in here and you can search through all of the different graphic elements, and there are over 10,000 different graphics and elements before you purchase a license. So you get to try before you buy, okay? So if I search for something, say bar chart, I get to see all of these options, and I can drag the sidebar out a bit if I want to see those a little bit bigger. I can scroll through all of these items and I can see if this is the type of content that I want before I commit to purchasing. If I click on one, it's going to show me what that looks like, slightly larger, so it's easier for me to see. Until you get the paid license, you won't have the option to insert a graphic. Okay, so you can have a browse and see if this is going to be for you before you commit to purchasing. So I'm going to show you some options with Build a Graphic. So this is a fairly typical slide that we would have, and I'm using a corporate style template. So for example, I've got a logo here and I've got some branding along the bottom. With Build a Graphic, I can very quickly change a slide like this into a slide like this with the graphic elements on it. So I'm going to go back to the one above, select the placeholder. So if I click on the outside of the placeholder, it turns it to a solid line. So everything is selected within that. And then on Build a Graphic, if I come over to the chunk text icon, I have three options: chunk text by sentence, by bullet, and by paragraph. So I'm going to go by bullet, and it's going to put those 5 bullet points into individual text boxes. So now what I want to do is select them. So again, I can click on the outside of the text box, press and hold Control, and select the other 5. I want to make the text a bit smaller. I want to make the text boxes slightly smaller as well. And I want to center the text in these. And I might just space them out a little bit, so I can use the arrow keys because they're all selected just to space that out a little bit. And I'm even going to move those down using the arrow keys again so that they're lower down my slide. So now if I go back to Build a Graphic and click on the Home tab, I can search. So to start with, I am going to search for strategy and hit enter, and these are the options I've got for strategy. Now there's a filter button here, pre-built graphics, which is the entire slide, or graphic elements. So because I want to put individual graphics on, I'm going to go for graphic elements for this example. Scroll down, and here is the chess icon that I liked the look of previously and that I put in the other slide. I'm going to insert that one. It will insert it onto a new slide for me, and this is grouped and the aspect ratio is locked, which means I can resize it from the corner without distorting it. If I were to resize from the top or the bottom, I do distort it, so you probably don't want to do that. I'm going to press Ctrl Z to undo that. Resize always from the corner, and now that's a better size. I can copy and I can paste to my slide above. And it probably needs to be a little bit smaller there as well. I can then center that above the text and come back and search again for the different elements. That'll put the graphic onto a new slide. When I search for the second option, so let's go for marketing, see what we get for that one. Again, I want to filter for graphic elements, and maybe I go for something like this and insert graphic. It always puts it on a new slide. Okay, so again, I can bring that right down, copy, and paste over to my marketing initiatives here. Okay, and delete the slides that it inserts for me. So that's the first thing, adding individual elements. Next, I want to show you some of the pre-built graphics. So again, let's go for pre-built, and we've got some lovely options here. So again, we can select one there to look at it. We can drag the sidebar out a bit and say, what have we got going on here? So we've got marketing titles, we've got various marketing options going on here. So let's click Insert Graphic. And that has put the graphic in. I'm going to just move the sidebar out of the way there. There is a tip along the bottom in this text box here, and it says to change or move elements, you need to ungroup. So these are all grouped together. So if I click on that now, I can move it around the slide, okay? But if I want to start editing it, it's probably best to ungroup. The graphics are grouped hierarchically, so you might need to ungroup a few times to isolate specific elements. And when you're scaling a graphic, make sure that you group them all together again so that they've got the right fit. So the best way to work with an item like this is to check out the selection pane. So if we click on the Arrange drop-down menu on the Home tab, we have got Selection pane right down the bottom, and that's going to show everything that we've got on the slide. So yes, we can click into certain items, and it might be obvious what we've clicked on, but sometimes it might not be that obvious, and we might not know what we've clicked on. So what we can do, we can scroll down to find what we've got selected. It's this one here, Freeform, because that's highlighted. If I click the eye icon, I can temporarily hide that so that I know what it is I'm looking at. So in this example, it's actually the dotted line that I had clicked on there. So if that's what I want to remove, I can just double check first before I select it here and hit delete on the keyboard. To ungroup content, if we go to the Arrange drop-down menu again, we have ungroup, and that might make it easier to work with the content that we have. We can change any aspects of any of the items. So for example, maybe the chair that this guy here is sitting in doesn't match my brand colors. I can select the chair. That looks like I've got that selected there. Go to Shape Format, and then I can change the color. So I'm going to go for a green chair because that's my branding. I'm going to go for a slightly lighter color of the green there as well. So very, very easy to do. Again, maybe there's somebody that's head of marketing here, and I want to change the hair color. I've got female here. So again, click on the hair, and let's go for more fill colors. I would suggest you go for the standard one, just makes it a little bit easier. But maybe we've got somebody with, that might be a bit too blonde. Maybe we've got somebody with very dark brown hair there, and we can change that, and then that looks like that person, as an example. If we have ungrouped content and then we want to resize, the best way to group it all is drag your mouse over all of that content. You have everything selected there, and Control G will group that again for you so that you can move it around. And you may want to move this off the slide as well so that you're not grouping that as well. When we group something, we will need to be careful. If we resize it, we can reposition it, no problem. If we resize, we need to be aware of the aspect ratio, because what I could end up doing is making a bit of a mess like this. I'm going to do Control Z to go back. I either need to press Shift and hold the Shift key whilst I resize. The other option is to select the group, go to the Shape Format tab, go to the pop-out menu here over to the right-hand side, and lock the aspect ratio. Tick this little box here, and now it's going to be a little bit easier for me to resize that content. And I can pop in here and I can change any of the typing, and I can, let's say that I didn't want the icons, I might want to remove the icons and get rid of those elements there. Okay. I'm going to show you another option here. I'm going to pop into the search bar, and I've got recently inserted graphics. I'm going to go to that one because this is one that I was looking at earlier. This is the one I'm going to choose. So I want to show you how you can change all of the color elements on this particular graphic to match your branding. So firstly, I want to select all of these objects. I'm going to highlight them all this way, and I am going to group them, Control G. I'm going to lock the aspect ratio because it's working a little bit easier for me to regroup this way, make it a little bit smaller, and reposition on the slide here. There we go. So these are great graphics. They're just what I wanted, but I don't like the colors. They don't match my branding. So I am going to select one of the blue options, go back to my Builder Graphic tab, and I'm going to go to this color option here. So I've got a couple of different options. Select Same Fill Color. So if I click Select Same Fill Color, now everything that's that color has been selected, so it's very, very easy for me to quickly change that colour to be on brand. So you can see how quick it is to work with this. Really, really simple. We've got some fantastic tools there. We also have the option to bookmark. So this is a graphic we really like because there's so many graphics here, it can be difficult to find them again. We can bookmark them, and then we have this little view bookmarks bit where we can see our favourite graphics. And the final icon we've got here is see what's new. So we can see what's been added recently. And for anybody working in human biology, we've got some amazing diagrams here that are just so useful. So that's the demonstration over. What I wanted to highlight was that I have a discount code for you, which is Empower25, and that will give you 25% discount on your first year's subscription. So thanks very much for watching this video. And if you have any questions on Build a Graphic, please get in touch and ask away. Thank you very much.